I mean, do you know how entertaining it is to hear voices? Like, man, you're so entertained, it's not funny. I mean, even though it's like, it's negative or whatever, right? But, hearing voices is very entertaining. Man, you be thinking you got superpowers and shit, man. Be feeling all special and just be like, yeah, man, like you could take on the whole world and stuff, and like everything's like fitting in place and shit. Well, my medicine, it's just like, oh my god, man. I know I waste time in that crazyville land, but my god, man, fucking sucks ass being on pills, man. Like just knowing that you're just an average person, like, I don't know, because most people just want to be special. Shit, if you want to be special, you gotta be crazy. That's pretty much all it is. I don't know any other way to say it. Like shit, like either you gotta be drunk or you gotta be doing drugs or be crazy, because that's the only way you gonna feel special. Shit. Besides, going to church or something, or being in some kind of religion. Like, I don't know if most people know this, but when I'm on my pills, I just feel like an average man. Yeah, it just sucks balls. Alright, what do other people think of when they say baby juice? When I first heard that, I'm thinking semiotic fluid or whatever, I'm thinking, oh, are you having a kid or something? Like, semiotic fluid, right? It's the shit that surrounds the child, for 9 months or whatever, right? That's what I'm thinking. And he decided, no, it's semen. Well, that makes me feel very uncomfortable. Okay. But I felt even more uncomfortable thinking about semiotic fluid. And then I have flashbacks of that fucking day talking about I just want to pull this shit. No fuck it ain't. Why the fuck you want to include a man? I do not fucking know in this goddamn process. I don't know who came up with this brilliant ass idea. I'll come in afterward. You think it'd be like that? The lady, my wife, she didn't have to sit there and look at what she was doing, I had to look at what she was doing. I'm like, holy shit. My God. Well, that's what happened. I couldn't think it. I couldn't think of the goddamn word. I'm trying to say it in my head. I can't even say it in my head. That sounds like a hyena. Yeah, you know who else did that? Eddie Murphy. Anyway, that was my day anyway. Wow, my mom, she talks about, smash burgers. I had one. I had to add spices to it. So I added, what's that? I like seasoning salt, so I added some seasoning salt, some garlic powder, some, what's that? Oh, basil, and I think that was it. Oh, some pepper, that's what it was. don't know, I like my flavoring, I guess. Probably because I smoke, you know. I like both flavors. Anyway, yeah. And I had a donut, so yeah, that was good. And then I had to get up and go to breakfast. So I guess I'll take the kids over there and do that. At least I cut EJ's hair, so what about that, I guess. I'm hoping he used the trimmer again. I haven't looked at his face yet. In a little bit, he always plus I promised him I'd help him clean his room again. You know, I think it helped his mood a little bit, you know. I don't know. I haven't got him out of it anymore. I'm kind of upset about that. But, you know, I'm hoping I can. What I'm thinking is, I might try to get him into soldering a little bit. You know, make some stuff. Like just simple like things. No, I think that would be something cool for him. I kind of want to get a 3D printer for him, though. You know, well, not for him, for me and everybody, but I'd probably be mostly using it. But a lot of things I buy that I think they'll use, but they never get into it. But then again, I never show them either, so. But I got my solder gun there. I got to clean up a little bit. You know. But I don't know. Right now I'm making a lighter, electric lighter. But I had a hard time making the soldering contacts because I forgot that I had to use flux. So that's why I had a hard time using the soldering and stuff. So I took there for like half an hour trying to solder something. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why is this so hard? I didn't look it up either. I just, you know, I was like, I'll fucking wing it. After my attempt of doing that and getting tired, I was like, well, I'm just gonna look it up afterwards. Today I looked it up. And I was like, oh, okay. Now this one that's the secret sauce. Lux. Okay, well. Anyway, I'm hoping next time I get a crack at it, I'll be doing it a lot better. Yeah, the circuit's simple though. You know, it's just it's a resistor, there's a diode, a coil, and I believe plus LED light to know when it's on, and a battery. That's cool. I'll make that, I guess. I figure I could just put it in a wooden box, keep the coil away from it, put the button there, and boom, that's the lighter. That's what I was working on today. Yeah, the reason I was making a lighter was because I was, well, my lighter fluid ran out, and plus, the toaster broke, and so I was like, well, I guess I'll use that. Next thing I know, I'm trying to make a lighter. There's three things that I like, you know, that's been, that I've been liking recently. There's three things I like recently. That's cooking, electronics, like making circuits and stuff, you know. And woodworker too. But I think my favorite thing is you know lock picking. You know, I think lock picking is fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, learning security and stuff. Like, man, you realize that a lot of these locks are just like, man. Once you know it, you're like, holy crap. Now you got some ideas of, my idea of what a good secure electronic lock would be. Got my ideas. Anyway, yeah. I think a more secure electronic lock would not have a key or a Bluetooth connected to it. My idea is I don't know, I guess I would have Bluetooth, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Anyway. But my thoughts is like a wired system with like taking a mat, kind of like something you could stand on when you get at the door, right? Have it wired in, right? And when you step on the pad, you have it on both sides, right? And it documents your weight, right? So when you go to the door, if you're not the right weight, it won't open for you, right? So, unless you lose like a whole bunch of weight, but then, then you can probably set the parameters to be, a little giving, I guess, depending if you had stuff in your pocket or whatever, right? But yeah, I'm thinking something like that, I think that'd be more secure, because like if someone comes up to your door, that's heavier, or or just if they're geared up or something, you're gonna know, right? And then have a camera there or whatever too, right? So yeah, that would be a better system. What I was thinking was just use a scale, sensor that they already have, that you can buy for like $8. You can buy 4 of them, So yeah, and each one it's like over 100 pounds. Each sensor can weigh. So you got 4 of those up to 400 pounds. And you could probably do that for a lot of different things too. So it's not just your front doorstep. Let's say you put something at your end of your driveway or something to weigh a car or something, so you can tell what vehicle is coming into your driveway, and if it don't match up to the car you got, or vehicle, that could be another thing you could know. Something heavy is getting here, So that's my idea, anyway. My thought of security system, anyway. Use weight instead of, all this other shit. And then I thought, you could use facial detecting, face detecting, weight and face detecting, and boom, very secure system. But anyway, yeah. Yep. Tell me something. Why does mental health not be looked at as a monitoring system of people that are broken? Why doesn't everyone look at that like that, When I'm doing a report every fucking quarter on the well-being of my life, I say, why do you need this information? And they say because of billing. Oh, why does billing need this information? Because it needs to be monitored. Why? Because it's being paid by the government. And if I did not have the insurance that I have, the government wouldn't get a report every quarter on my well-being. So it's a double-edged sword having, Medicaid. Because really, if I had the best private insurance like Congress does, I wouldn't be monitored, and I definitely would still be able to get my medicine from just my main doctor. I wouldn't need a mental professional. If I was as rich as the rich percent, I could just go out and buy it. So really, what is it? It's a monitoring of people because of economic status. I have to file a report every quarter, or every 2 quarters, something like that. Or, no, every year, I guess. It's either, I think it's every year, right? Every 2 quarters or every year, right? And basically, it's to look at my life, and of course, they could say, well, it's self-reported, right? Where does this information go to then, huh? If I was to follow this paper trail, where would it go? And then they try to say, well, your information is private because of this law. Really? Then why do you keep having me sign release forms? And what would happen if I stopped signing those? They're saying no one should get it at all. I bet you I would be denied all my treatment. And then what would happen? I'd either be on the street or in jail. In psychosis. No. I'd be on the street in psychosis or in prison getting treatment that's not adequate to the treatment I'm getting now. Instead, they would just give me pills. I said, that's good enough. While I'm locked down 23 hours a day, it's only an hour of basically take a shower. And actually, I don't even think I'd get that because they'd put me into a mental wing of the jail. And if they didn't do that, even if I did a crime, then they would put me into the mental wing of prison. They wouldn't let me in public population. I, you know, I wouldn't get any of the freedoms that you think of in prison or jail. Jail doesn't, get shit in jail. And then prison, I'm not going to get shit in there either because I'll be in a hospital setting. And have you ever been in a hospital setting for 24 hours for the rest of your damn life? Do you understand what a hospital setting's like? And I don't think most of you been in a mental ward. Try being in a mental ward for the rest of your damn life. Go voluntarily go to a mental ward and see how it is. Instead of people going and pretending to be homeless, go voluntarily go to a hospital. They won't let you out for 3 days. You sit there and go through all that shit. You see how that ward is. You ain't got shit there. They won't let you shave. Their showers suck fucking ass. You get a room, and what? You get a little bit better food in jail. And there's nothing to do. It's not like it's a fucking apartment. Tell me something. Why is our even if we treat mental health as if it's a prison. Do you understand that? Mental health is a prison. It's a jail. It's a jail. I mean, we can't even give people with mental health the ability to be in an apartment kind of like thing. I mean, even some homeless places, right, have that ability, right? You get to feel like you're in an apartment or whatever, Some of them, not very few. I mean, shit, even a hotel room is better equipped than a fucking mental health fucking place. Why the fuck do I want to feel like I'm a goddamn dog? You're like, here, Fido, here's your meal. Here's your pill. Like I'm at the dog pound and shit. Yeah, that's how you should look at mental health. You're at a dog pound. Yeah, so pretty much it's like my wife's an agent to like just screw up every single program I could fucking get. Like Section 8. Oh, we can't find an apartment, so stop looking. The lawyer I had for bankruptcy, oh, we shouldn't do that because I'll just pay it all off. Mental institutions, are just dog pounds. Just think of that like that. Except for the doors open on your fucking room. Instead of, like the cage you have, And you get 2 beds in there, and the only place to watch TV is one room. And there's nothing to entertain yourself with. You can't entertain yourself with anything. There's no tablet, there's no phone, just a TV and nursing staff that don't give a shit that you're there. And, you go through this cycle of shuffling around, no one, like you're told to get out of your fucking room and shit, to go talk in a group about your problems. Like, what the fuck is this all about? I'm already bored as hell, and the only thing I can do is confess to fucking my traumas because you want to see if I should be in jail or not. With, and then you make me go talk to a therapist that just wants to see if I should be in jail or not. The group person saying, yeah, we should work together about putting you in jail now. And fucking, And then a doctor handing you medicine and saying, here you go. This will keep you from not going to jail now. So yeah, if you want to know what, smart people have in plan for you, just look at the mental health institutions. And that's pretty much what a safe place is. No dangerous objects at all. That's so safe. So basically, they want you in a padded room. That's about it. You know that little thing, where they put you in a padded room? Yeah, that's basically what, the healthcare system wants for anyone that's mental health. And then say, well, that's for your safety. But instead of, see, that's the thing. The padded room and being bonded, your hands bonded and shit, sitting there for hours on end. They said, oh, that's too cruel. Instead, we'll just give them a shot and then strap them to a table and say, well, then, yeah, this is a better experience. Yeah, just drug me and strap me down. And be like, well, at least he doesn't remember the lockup. So you wake up, your dick's hanging out, and you're fucking like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, tell me something, How does the hospital not get sued? How doesn't every lawyer just jump out of the fucking woods and be like, yeah, I will sue them for you since they fucking strapped you to a table, induced you with medicine, and fucking let your penis hang out for hours on end? Oh yeah, not to mention that you don't get clothes. You get a nightgown or whatever the fuck that thing is. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be. I mean, they can't even afford to give you fucking sweatpants and a goddamn sweatshirt, you know? They don't even afford to give you goddamn shoes. You know, and then they take string from you and shit. I'm like, how the fuck do you sit there and call yourself a fucking hospital or a place of comfort? Yeah, how do you fucking sit there and say you a place of comfort? First of all, anyone with any vices that has to go there, you tell them, no, you can't have that. You say, anybody that needs to, you know, anybody that wants to fucking sit there and go home and die, well, first we have to give you permission. And then, you know, what's the other thing, you know? Yeah, on top of that, we have no clothes for you and stuff for this. Plus, we're going to take your clothes away from you and make you wear a gown that doesn't cover anything. Because we need easy access to your body. Even though we got scissors. And like, you know, like I don't understand. If you there, you gotta be in a gown the whole damn time. And it's like, okay, but does any of the things that's wrong with me require you to have access to my chest, stomach, back, and ass and fucking private area? And most of the time, you just sticking me with a fucking needle anyway to just put an IV in. But I gotta sit there and be clothesless in this fucking gown for the whole fucking time there. Yeah, take your clothes off. You know, how the fuck does everyone... Alright, if there's gonna be a law that says indecent exposure, and then when you get to a hospital, that law does not apply. What, you know? That already shows you that it's an experiment then. The health. Yeah, all the health things are just experiment. It's just an experiment. It shows, you know. Every institution has experimentation on society. You want to tell me something? You know, I just looked up my my health records. Right, my records only go back to 2018. I have a 4-year gap between when I got SSI and got diagnosed with schizophrenia. And you know, it's illegal for them to share with me the other records. Now I looked at that because I'm like, okay, I want to share my records all my records, you know, just share them, you know. Well, here you go, from all my past, right? But I can't get my health records all the way back to when I got diagnosed with schizophrenia. All right, but the government, they can sit there and have a record all the way back to every single um, thing they wanted to put on record for me to be, you know, a criminal record, right? I'm just like, you know, if I can't, you know, and that's the other thing, you know, if the healthcare system can move and then I can't figure out who or where or what my record is for my health record, right? But see, which one's going to kill me first, you know? The healthcare system or the, you know, police or government, I guess, then, right? Which one has the gun? Which one has the first aid kit, right? My other thing is, if the government can follow every single thing I've done through the whole United States, all right, and it's not just, you know, and my records don't stay in just that county, isn't that over policing? I mean, I feel like that's over policing. And then on top of that, since I'm schizophrenic, right, I have been disarmed by the government, so I don't have a Second Amendment right. And no matter where I go, I am always put in harm's way from a call away from a 45 caliber weapon being in front of me. Now, in crime, is only about 1% of the population, right? 0.6%, right? I don't know if my numbers are off, but yeah, like under 1% is terrorist crimes. So why does the government need to always enforce a 45 caliber weapon at everybody with a record going all through the United States, no matter where you move or go or do anything? And they would say, well, these people are criminals, right? And they'd say, I'm a criminal too, right? I must be. I mean, why is the healthcare system sitting here and giving my records to the government? I mean, if they're worried about me doing a terrorist activity, that's only under 1%. But since I have a psychosis, I guess I'm like, you know, 100% guaranteed to do a terrorist act. Because no matter where I go, I have to be, one, with mental health people, two, getting medicine, and three, always having, no matter where I go, a 45 caliber weapon in front of my face because of a phone call. So you want to know what it's like to not have the Second Amendment? Because where do I go and tell the healthcare system to say fuck off, right? Where do I go to say to the government go fuck off? No, I am forced by the government by a 45 to take medicine to satisfy the healthcare system. And so I was like, you know what? If I'm always going to be harassed by a 45 caliber weapon, why can't I just share my information then? I mean, what does it matter if my life is always on the line from one phone call, from either one of the groups, from the healthcare system or the government? I mean, you might as well, yeah, mental health people, schizophrenics, right? No, they're not fucking people. They're not citizens. They're terrorists. Always, 100%. That's how I'm looked at. Shut up! God damn. You see? I'm a violent person, yeah. I'm everything that you think of, huh? I threw my lotion at the door. Because the cat keeps scratching at the fucking door. I don't want him in my room. But for some reason he keeps thinking he needs to come in here and shit and piss. So yeah. There you go. And why do I get frustrated? Because everyone keeps scratching at my door. I guess, you know. Would the government decide to sit there and bring 45 calibers because I threw some lotion at the door? And no matter where I go, you know, it's always, hey, take your medicine. And yeah, if you don't, either we're gonna lock you up in jail or we're gonna lock you up in a fucking hospital. You choose. Oh wait, you don't. We choose. And no matter which way it goes, we'll have this 45 caliber here. Now imagine having gun training too, you know? Imagine you have shot at a target and you know what it does. Also, imagine you watching someone as a child get shot down in front of you. Well, not shot down. I guess he never fell. He just kept running. Right? He was fine, right? But you had training to go assist this person. But you can't assist him. Can't assist him. You're told, no, we don't need to call the police. You know, the only thing they're thinking of is, I don't want my guns taken away. I don't want to be harassed by that other gang. I don't want to be harassed by them. You know. We ain't gonna call another gang to get rid of this gang. And like, I've been dealing with this left and right, and I'm tired. I don't like either gang. I don't like the government. I don't like the healthcare system. I don't like the gang system. I don't like any of this shit. I don't like my wife. I don't like my kids. I don't like my mom. I don't like this house I'm in. I don't like the health I'm in. I don't like any of this shit. I don't like my cat. I don't like it. You know why I don't like it? Because none of these people can take a .45 caliber out of my goddamn face. Nobody could take the surplus weapons out of my goddamn face. Either group. All the groups anyway, right? Everyone that uses violence. No one could take the surplus away from me. You know? I'm disarmed in a surplus weapon country. I mean, it's so bad. I'm so dangerous that I have the government on my ass every fucking day. I got the healthcare system on my ass every day. I got my wife that wants me to be normal. My kids that want me to be normal. My motherfucking mom that just wants everyone to just chill the fuck out. And me that just wants to be left alone. And, no, but that's not good enough either. I can't be left alone either, Well, I mean, look how fast the ranger will get me if I went out to the woods. I forgot that about that organization too. They hold a gun too. They got a gun for all around the whole goddamn forest every fucking day. People don't even know about the Rangers that much, do they? What's their job? Make sure the animals don't get killed off. And make sure you pay to kill. Yeah, that's about it, yeah. Because you gotta do it on their time and you gotta get permission to go hunt an animal. You're paying for permission. Well, you know what it's like to not be able to pay for permission? You don't get permission. I have no rights to enforce my rights. And then tell me that. That's another thing, You know, the government gives me rights, right? But they said the only way to enforce those rights is to pay a lawyer. And then, you're like, well, we have programs for free lawyers, but they're overbooked, overworked. And then on top of that, you're like, well, you're not going to get the best lawyer for getting free. But if you go and pay, then your rights can be enforced. Even better. So, again, how am I supposed to enforce anything? I can't even enforce it with a lawyer. Maybe that's what we should do for people on SSI, is guaranteeing them a lawyer, no matter what. And you're like, well, yeah, you get a free, no, no. I get a free criminal lawyer. I don't get a free civil rights lawyer. I don't get a free divorce lawyer. I don't get a free tax lawyer. I mean, shit, I can't even get a free Social Security lawyer. So, the only lawyer that is free to me is a defense lawyer. That's it. Because that's the choices you give me. It's either a lawyer, a criminal, either be a criminal, get a lawyer, or, then you don't. So I only have two options: either be a criminal or pay for a lawyer. That's it. Tell me, how you supposed to pay for a lawyer with $945 a month? So you said, yes, we'll give you a criminal lawyer. What about all the other lawyers and shit? Why ain't there an organization for lawyers through the government? For every single lawyer you need. There you go. Right? Why ain't DHS instead of as a lawyer league or some shit, So handing out me food, money for food, and handing me out for, handing me out a temporary check or some shit like that, Maybe I don't need those things. Maybe what I need is a lawyer. Yep. That's what I need. I don't need the healthcare system. I don't need the government. What I need is a fucking lawyer. I don't need police. I don't need a doctor. I need a lawyer. And the only thing the government can give me is a defense lawyer. How does that prevent me from having problems with the law right now? How does that prevent me from having problems with my doctors right now? And how the hell does 945 in my pocket tell those two groups to fuck off? The whole system is based on, for anyone that's schizophrenic, the whole system is based on you getting a civil lawyer. That's it. That's all your goal is to get the money to get a civil lawyer. That's it. That's all the goal is for someone with mental health problems, is to have the money for a civil lawyer. So yeah, that's what the hospital and the government want me to get, is a civil lawyer. And that's only partial cost. Do you know how much it costs to fucking go in a civil case? The civil case is the most expensive court hearing you can have. And I don't want to hear about any of these damn people. I don't even want to hear from the government if they ain't fitting that bill. I don't want to hear about any laws or any of this shit or that shit or how I'm supposed to do anything of that if you can't afford for me to have a civil lawyer. Then that tells me that you bankrupt. So yes, that's what I don't like about the left or the right in this whole damn thing. And the left wing, I don't want to hear about the Democrat or the Republicans talking about this shit or replacing or Congress or the president or anybody else fucking talking about this or left or right and talking about I have rights and shit like that. I don't have rights unless I have a civil lawyer, and if I don't have a civil lawyer, then I have no fucking rights. Don't fucking tell me, oh, there will be a appointed lawyer, a defense lawyer that doesn't, what? All that does is, what, fight to see if I go to jail or not. So none of this shit matters. The Supreme Court, none of this shit matters. The local court, none of it matters. ADA don't matter. None of that shit matters. I'm just a non-citizen. only goal I should have is getting a civil lawyer. That's it. So I can become a citizen again. Yep, so I know what it's like to not be a citizen even though you got paperwork and everything else. And every single person that I come around can sit there and break every rule because I don't have a civil rights lawyer. Everybody, anybody. My mother, my wife, my kids, the government, the doctors, everyone can just trample on me because I ain't got a civil rights lawyer. So I'm surrounded by everyone else. I can afford a civil rights lawyer. I guess. I don't know. I don't know how many other people can, afford a civil rights lawyer. Because it ain't, you don't need to afford a defense lawyer. No, that's given already. No, you don't need to fucking afford that shit. That's stupid to even think of that shit. The main goal is to get a civil rights lawyer. And that's the most expensive court you'll have. Not even people with 100,000 a year want to get a civil rights lawyer. And then think about the cost, It's not even, even if you could get the hourly wages that person needs, they still need a shit ton of money to present your court, your case. Because I don't think even a death row inmate, a court case doesn't cost as much as a civil court case. Even with someone life on the line, a fucking civil court case costs more than a criminal case. So life doesn't matter in the United States. And especially if you're not a citizen. So, man, everyone gets away with all their shit because, civil rights cost too much. How you supposed to go with that then, huh? Fuck welfare. I want an amendment for a civil rights fucking lawyer. Michigan can start. We got direct ballots. So yeah, I think every state that got direct ballots, we should sit there and say, well, we want this on the ballot. The right to a civil rights lawyer. On top of that, you can sit there and go to, what's that one website? I think right. So on the federal level, right, we could sit there and say, well, what's that? Oh, change.org, right? You get 100,000 signatures, then it goes in front of the government to be looked at for the possibility to be put in law. So, yeah. Why hasn't that been put on a direct ballot? Or on change.org, the right of a civil rights lawyer, right? The government wants to pay all this money for hush money of food, water, and all this other shit, right? I don't care about that shit. I don't fucking need welfare. What I need is a civil rights lawyer. I don't need you paying my fucking way. I don't need the government to give me a fucking 943 fucking check every fucking month. I don't need that. What I need is rules to fucking change. That's the only problem I have. Y'all want to write rules, but y'all don't want to listen to anything that needs to be changed. Because I know a lot of things that keep me from doing a lot of things. It's because you don't want to listen to change. You don't want to listen to a civil rights lawyer. I don't even need fucking money. All I need is rules to change. That's it. I need to tell my story and change the fucking way everything is. And what happens with every single civil case? What does it do? Change the rules, and that's what you're scared of. The rules changing. See, that's the thing. I don't need new rules. What I need is old rules to change. Simple as that. You want old rules to change, you need a civil rights lawyer. I don't care about new rules. I don't give a damn about new rules. That doesn't want to affect me. That's affecting everybody else. I don't need to go and talk to Congress or talk to the president. I need to reshape these old laws that don't make no damn sense. I don't like that the government gets to sit there and say, well, that's just the way rules are. Alright? I don't need set it and leave it shit. I want the power that the Republicans have. I want to be able to say, yeah, I don't like these rules, change it. That's the difference from the left and the right. The right gets civil rights lawyers and the left don't. At the end of the day, is the right going to share those civil rights lawyers? Or any other lawyers they got? Is Trump, is any of these billionaires saying, okay, let me get you a lawyer? I don't want a nonprofit. What I want is a fucking lawyer. I don't need fucking being handed out some goddamn sandwiches and shit. I don't need to be handed a fucking gun. If we're going to have a court system and only a small percentage of people can use it, then we don't have a republic. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, if we have a court system that forces, that tells you, yes, you have to say that, right? A system that has two flags in there all the fucking time, a United States flag and a fucking whatever state they're in. But they're saying the only thing I can give you is a defense lawyer. Then either get rid of the court system or get rid of the guns. That's it. Either you're going to get rid of the court system or you're going to get rid of the guns. Because you can't have both. You can't have justice and have a gun. Because with a gun, there's no court system. And with a court system, if you don't have the lawyer, it doesn't work. On either side. And for some reason, on the defense side, you have to pay. And you know why I say you can't have the gun if you got the court system? Because the gun makes you a judge, jury. What happens to me every day then, huh? I have some person and the government saying, hey, I am the judge and jury because they hold a gun. And then on the other side, I have a court system that says you must pay to present yourself in this court. And that piece of the puzzle that you also have to pay is a lawyer. But they said, we'll give you a defense lawyer. Alright? But a defense lawyer doesn't tell a police officer what to do. While the police officer gets to be judge and jury. And the court system says, we don't care if they have the right to be judge and jury. And we don't care about your rights because you got to get permission from the government to get the money to get the lawyer that you need in the court that you need to, figure out what that judge and jury with the gun can do to you. And the only thing the government says is, we'll give you a defense lawyer to determine if you need to be in prison or not. And the man with the .45 caliber can choose what he feels like your life should be worth that day. So, at any moment, a phone call is away from a judge and jury, multiple judge and juries, with the .45 on their side, to judge my worth and listen to the other people, the jury, complain about me. So I don't care what you say, you can't have two courses.